Hi everybody, this is Hellcat back at you again for another cool video. Today, I got my son Kelly again. He's home for the holidays. We're going to be doing a few videos together, and today we're going to do a full review finally, of the 2018 Dodge Charger Hellcat. There's a lot to say about this car. We've done a few burnouts, we've done launch control, we've gone drag racing, we've done a whole bunch of things with this car, and I will be telling you all about it very shortly. We'll do everything that you need to know about the car, everything that I've learned about this car, everything I've learned about the Hellcat, and how much I love this car. I love this car. Kel got to drive it the other day.
Pretty sweet.
I think in this review we're going to allow him to drive again. He's going to give us his impression of the car, and we're just going to have a grand old time. So without further ado, we will get started, and I appreciate it. All right, without further ado, let's get started. This is the red key. I always keep the red key with me. This unleashes all 707 horsepower. There's also a black key, which is upstairs, that I never use. It will only, if I use it with the car, it will only allow the car to go up to 500 horsepower. Okay, so without further ado, we're going to do a quick cold start. On the cold side, it's been down for the past 2 hours, so yeah, love it. What do you think, Cal? Alright, so we'll do a quick walk around as the car's warming up. So far, this car is virtually stock. I mean, it's still 707 horsepower, 650 foot-pounds of torque. Car is a beast, so quick, so fast. I haven't done too many modifications to it, but as you've seen in my previous YouTube videos, I tipped it out the taillights. I debadged the Dodge off the back. I gave it a cleaner look. The car is Destroyer Gray with the gunmetal stripes. So this is like an option in 2018. You couldn't get it in 2017. So these are gunmetal stripes. Yeah, maybe I would have preferred the carbon fiber stripes. So maybe we'll put that in one of the things I don't like about the car, which the car came with carbon stripes, but this car came with the gunmetal stripes. Also, when you get the any Charger Hellcats with the stripes, the Charger is also automatically debadged by Dodge. Also going over to this side here, the only other thing I did to the car was I tinted out the side markers. You can see that video. It comes with the optional Vapor 5-spoke Hellcat rims. You can also get them in the matte black, but I like the fact that it's the Vapor. It kind of really it's a good contrast to the Destroyer Gray. Also got the gunmetal colored calipers, which are optional for 2018. So also real quick, this is rubber from when I did the drag racing. So make sure you check out that video out. Did drag racing at Maple Grove Raceway. Did some drag racing on October 20th for the YouTube call out. Make sure you check out those 3 videos that I did previously. So this is the rubber still on there. I'm going to wait till the spring to get this off. It's just too cold to do it now. So over here, again, it's got the side markers. Tinted those out. The gunmetal calipers again. I would have preferred red or orange. If it was the car that I was going to build, I probably would have made it the orange calipers, because it would be distinctive of 2018. The other new thing for 2018 was the Hellcat logo. It has the Hellcat cat on the front. The 2017's only said SRT. Again, the stripes look awesome. Gunmetal stripes with the Destroyer Gray. Really love it a lot. Also in the front, see here, I installed the Stow and Show license plate. This way, it doesn't drill any holes in the front bumper, and actually lowers the plate so it doesn't cover up the stripes. So we have a video on that as well. Make sure you check that out. And again, on the outside, same thing. I tinted out the side markers here. A little bit closer look at the Brembos. They're a little bit dirty right now. I apologize for that. Probably do a better picture of that in the future videos, but again, it's just an overview of the car on the outside. And again, same thing with the back, the side marker tint. That's basically all that's been done to the car. I put the WeatherTech trunk liner in the back. This WeatherTech trunk liner has been awesome. It's been keeping the trunk nice and clean. Keeps it from getting wet when I spill my cooler back here. It does need a cleaning, but I'm going to clean that in the spring. I always put my towel in here in case I need to spruce anything up. The only thing else I noticed about the car is that the Destroyer gray color does hide the dirt. It's almost like having a silver car. Very impressed with the fact that I do want to keep it clean as often as I can, but obviously the wheels do not look clean. The car does, but I haven't washed it. It's about, let's see, I washed it a week ago, and I was going to wash it today, but it rained yesterday, as you know, and the next opportunity with the holidays coming up will probably be the day after Christmas. Would be the next time I wash this thing. If not, maybe Sunday I'll do it. Maybe Sunday I'll wash the car. So we might do that tonight. So, but as I was saying before, as much as the Destroyer Gray does hide the dirt, the stripes don't. So I'm constantly with the towel. That's why I have a towel in the back here. Constantly with the towel, having to wipe off the stripes. So this way the car still looks at least clean until I get a chance to wash it. What questions do you have, Cal? Nothing? All right. You're probably freezing. Let's go inside. Go inside and see what's going on. Oh, come on this side. Real quick. One of the things that I love about this car, again, when I was looking for Hellcats, originally I thought I was going to keep my SUV and get a Dodge Challenger Hellcat. Instead, because I couldn't afford 2 car payments, 2 insurance payments, didn't think it was logical to have all that, so I traded in my SUV, as you saw when I bought this car, and I decided to go with the 4 doors. The 4 doors in a car like this is fantastic. So open the door. You can open the door when you have the key fob in your hand, by the way. It automatically locks with the button, and you put your hand in, and that opens up automatically. All right. So with that, let me just open up the back here. So this is the Stow and Show plate that I have. Very easy to put on. Here, let's do that real quick. I know we're going off on tangents, but I want to stay legal. In the state of New Jersey, you just basically push that in, pull the pin, slides right in, it's done. I'm legal. But right now, we're gonna take it back out. Because it just looks badass with that out there, but I'm gonna put it in the back seat in case I need it. So, again, like room in this car. Oh my God. Okay, as you can see, love how it's so easy to get in and out of this car. If you remember when we did the review, not the review, when we originally bought the car, and Frank, my friend Frank, had to go in the backseat of the Challenger, he said it was so hard getting in and out. It is so easy to get in and out of this car. Now, if this was just for 2 people, then the Challenger is your car, man. But if you want something that's gonna accommodate at least 3 people, 4 people, I've had as many as 5 people in the back of this car, the 4-door is the way to go. The 4-door Hellcat is definitely my recommendation. The other thing I love about this car is the Laguna leather seats. Oh my God, these seats are so awesome. I know people, they try to opt for the Alcantara, and the Alcantara is like the new big thing. It's supposed to give you more grip, but these are the softest leather seats. I had an Infinity. I've had 4 Infinities with nice leather interiors. The leather interior doesn't hold a candle to the Dodge leather interior in this car. I love it. It's grippy. The back seats are heated. Never had rear heated back seats. So another thing I love about this car, you push this button and the rear seats will heat up. You can adjust it. You can have for low heat, high heat, low heat, or off. It's got 2 USBs. It's got the extra vents for those that are sitting in the back. The people in the back seat of a Charger are a lot more comfortable than in the Challenger, simply because of the heated seats. Yeah, so lots of room back here. Love it. Lots of headroom. And I love the black headliner. The black headliner was always an option in most cars. In this car, it's standard. Absolutely love it. So we can chalk up as one of the things I love about this car. It's one of the 5 or one of the 10, but it all depends on where we end up. But it's probably gonna be at least 10. All right. So without further ado, let's go in the front.
Easy to get out.
Easy to get out. Easy to get in. Four doors, can't beat it. Okay, so let's see what we got going on in the car. All right, so I'll even tell you what the sticker is. All right, so this is my Hellcat 2018 Charger SRT Hellcat. Comes everything that you see here. These are all the standard features. It comes with the Destroyer Gray, black interior, the Laguna leather that I just mentioned, the 6.2 liter supercharged Hemi V8 SRT engine that makes 707 horsepower, 650 foot-pounds of torque. It also comes with the TorqueFlite 8-speed automatic transmission. This transmission, oh my God, it goes again as one of the things I love about this car. I've had automatics in the past. This automatic transmission is fantastic. The only thing that came close to this transmission was the transmission I had in my FX50S in sport mode. This transmission is an 8-speed automatic transmission. The Infinity was a 7-speed. What I love about this car is it knows what gear to be in at what time. There's no second guessing. There's no triple guessing. There's no manual shifting. I'll go over the manual things in a minute. Love this transmission. What else does the car have? It's got the adjustable shock absorbers, because I can have street mode. I can have street mode, sport mode, and also track mode. You have all of these different adjustments here as far as the performance, shift indicator, the drive modes, the multi-mode electronic stability control, Brembo brake. It has the 6-piston Brembos in the front, 4 pistons in the back. I'm sure you've already heard about that, but I'm just going to repeat that. And of course, it's got the keyless entry, remote start, blind spot, park view assist. Now, it's got park view rear back camera. It's not going to park the car for you, but it definitely helps in parking the car. And that's one of the things. Okay, so if we're going to talk about one of the 5 things I love and 5 things I do not like, it's harder to park this car going forward than it is back, because in the Infinity I had a surround view camera, so I could tell where I was going when I was parking forward. But this car is very, very easy to park going backwards. So it also has, when I am backing up and there's a car coming in either direction, it gives you a warning there. These are things that even in Infinity, and I had a 2013 Infinity fully loaded, didn't have these features. Okay, so you also have all these interior features with the performance pages. It goes up to 200 miles an hour on the Speedo. Let's go a quick look at the Speedo. Speedo, 200 miles an hour. Where do you get that in any type of normal passenger car? I believe that there was a what was that? There was a review on a car where the top speed was 120. So it doesn't make any sense to me. This thing can definitely do that with ease. It's got the heated wrap steering wheel is standard. The heated front seats, air conditioned seats, all standard. It has a lot. I mean, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto has that. It's all standard equipment. Over here we have Sirius XM. I get a 1-year subscription. Now, I was paying for that, but now I'm not paying for it anymore, because for the first year I get it for free. I also get the travel link for 5 years. I have to call about that. So I don't know if I have that or not. So I have to call about that and make sure I still have it. It comes, like I said, it has the low gloss black performance wheels, the 275 all-season performance lights. Okay, so we're going to have to be talking about those in a sec. If we're going to talk one of the 5 things I don't like about the car, it should not come with 275s. It should come with 305s at the bare minimum. You could fit 305s in this. Like, everybody thinks, okay, you got to get the wide body Challenger to get 305s. You can fit 305s in the back of this car. In fact, I know people that put 315s in the back. But to put 275s, all-season performance tires. Okay, so there's some good things and bad things about it. When it did snow that one time, these tires were a beast. I never got stuck in the snow with the all season, so that's a fun fact. But I wish I had better tires in the back. We'll talk about that later. Pirelli's is the standard. It comes with the HID lights. I didn't have to get that as an option. Daytime running lights, That's okay. Some cars have it, some cars don't. It also has the heated mirror with the blind spot indicator, as I had mentioned before. So optional equipment. This is always important because not all the Hellcats have this. So it has the power convenience group with the power front and driver passenger seats, 4-way lumbar support, telescopic steering wheel. That, I believe, is in most of the Hellcats. If it's a standard, it's one of the, how should I say this? It's the standard optional thing. Like, I don't know of any Hellcat Charger that does not have the power convenience group. What this does have is the Harman Kardon. It's one of the things one of the 5 things I love about this car, the Harman Kardon stereo. I've had Infinitis and Nissans all having the Bose stereo system. Let me tell you, the Harman Kardon is the best. Cannot say enough about it. Even my son Kel, you can say something, Kel.
It sounds phenomenal. Yeah. It really does.
Yeah. Especially we're playing Bolt from Valentine.
And I remember how good Bose was too.
Exactly.
Here's the thing. This is one thing that I've noticed for all of your Nissans and your Infinitis. I noticed that they all have the logo Bose all around the speaker units. But over here, you don't even need them because you don't need a brand name. The sound speaks for itself when it comes to the brand.
Oh, well, it's good to know. Thanks, Kel. All right, so we'll keep going. Another fun fact. Now, I did a remote start. I guess the remote start only lasts for so long, and then to save gas, it just turned itself off. So that's another. We could add that to the features. It's one of the things I love about the car. I didn't know it did that. So we're gonna start this back up. We're gonna start it back up. All right. So let's just go over a few things again. We have. Let me turn the car off for a second. Let me turn the car off for a second because this is something that's really cool. Okay, so as you can see, it's got a little over 3,000 miles on it. I'm gonna start the car up again. You get the Hellcat logo, which is really cool. You get to see that every time I start the car. I have it set so that I only see the speedometer. There are adjustments. I'll show you that in a second. But when it says you have the red key is in use. Love that. Love it. Some of the adjustments that you can make here. Oh, we didn't finish about the window sticker. We'll talk about that in a minute. But just like while I'm here with the camera, so we have some adjustments. I can go with oh, it's the wrong one. Oh, it's over here. All right, so we got to adjust the adjustments are right here in terms of what you see on the display. So I'm going to go down one. That gives you the tire pressure. The next one is top speed. Okay, so I went 132 miles an hour, but that was on the drag strip. It was on the drag strip. It was not on the highways. 14.3 miles per gallon. That is actually not too bad. I don't, like I said, I mean, it sounds low to you. Well, that's because you're used to 18. But most people that are with a Hellcat on a daily basis, they're averaging like around 10 to 12. But I'm happy that I'm averaging 14 with the way I drive. I don't drive like a crazy person. Every once in a while, you like to get on it to have some fun. All right, so again, it has about 3,000 miles, 14.2 mpg. It's got the Sirius XM on, NASCAR radio. I have no stored messages. Set up the screen. They got speed warning. I could turn that on. It tells me if I want to say if you go over a certain speed, it gives you a warning. I don't have that really set right now. Diagnostics, we'll have to look at these things after the fact, but I just wanted to show you that real quick. All right, so you got the tach on the left hand side, that's in red, and you also have your speedo on the right hand side. But to be honest, that speedo, when you're trying to concentrate driving, I just love having it in the center. The digital one, that is definitely one of the 5 things I love about this car, the digital dash. All right, so let's just do one more quick look at this window sticker and then we'll get going. All right, so Harman Kardon, love it. Power sunroof. I don't know. I like the power sunroof to an extent. I mean, right now it's closed. You get a little bit more light when it's up, so we'll leave that open. Again, it has, but I mean, I'll use the sunroof a lot, but do I use it $2,000 worth? Probably not, but you know, it adds to the value of the car when you're selling it. So it's a nice thing to have. It came with the car. I didn't order it, but like that, it just came with it. The gunmetal stripes versus the carbon fiber stripes. It comes with the SRT optional wheels, which is that matte gray finish. It also has the gunmetal gray brake calipers. Again, if I'm going to pay $500 for the color of brake calipers, I would have liked to have either had the red ones that came standard with the car, and I would have saved $500, or for $500 I would have gotten the orange. So okay, so we could say that maybe 5 things I love about the car is I love the Brembos, but one of the 5 things I don't like the gunmetal gray ones. Of course, nobody likes the gas guzzler tax, and because this particular Hellcat was built in January of 2018, it was still under the new destination charge. I believe went up to $13.95. This is only $1,095. So I save $300 off the sticker just because it was built in early 2018 versus later in the year, and the total list price is $75,595. And that's about it with the window sticker. So we'll put this away. Okay, so the other thing that I love about this car is that you have your infotainment system. Kelly, you can. Okay, so another thing I want to show you real quick is the infotainment system. Okay, so I have it default to radio. You have all these different apps here, and with all these different apps, you can either look at them here when you click on apps, or you can drag and drop them into the places that you want. So say for example, let's see, do I want to change one of these? I wanted to change the driver's seat and push it down here. I can now put it down here, and it replaces what was there before? Oh, navigation. So right now I replace navigation with the seat heat. But
now where did navigation go?
Well, navigation's probably somewhere back here. We'll move over here. Yeah, there's nav. So I want to bring nav back, put nav back there, and now nav has never replaced it. So this is really what's cool about the car, because this wasn't the original setup. Originally, I think navigation was over here, and I moved it closer to, because it's one of the 2 that I use the most. Kel is the radio and the navigation. These are the controls for the heated and cool seats and the heated steering wheel. The climate control, I can do direction, I can do max AC, front, rear defogger. You also have some controls down here that also control the heat, AC, recirculating, and defogger, and what have you there. So we have your media. Now the media is for if you have auxiliary. So the auxiliary would be the wire that I have in here. It's connected to a USB that's inside the glove box. See all my crap in there, sorry about that, but it's connected to the USB that's inside, and you can use this for Apple CarPlay. What else? We also have the phone setup. It's also Bluetooth to my particular phone. It automatically connects. I really like that. It always has the outside temperature and the time, so there's nothing more that you need to know about the car. Other than that, it's really great. I mean, all these different apps. Oh, my personal favorite, let's do performance pages. Hit your SRT button. Now, anytime the car starts, my auto default is eco mode. So this way, if there's ever anyone that gets in the car and before me, or if I'm like, for whatever reason, I need someone to move my car, I don't want them to have 700 horsepower, even if they have the red key. It automatically defaults to the eco mode setting, and then what I'll do when I get in the car, I'll then just change the custom, and I got my 707. I can change the power again, even with the red key. I can change it to the 500 or 700. I could change the transmission to street, track, or sport. The paddle shifters are on. We'll do a quick demo of that. The traction control, suspension, I have it set to street. It's the softest setting. I think that even for when I'm drag racing, they said that the street mode was the best mode to be in because the strings are a lot softer. I've done track. It's just too rough of a ride. I mean, this is also a luxury car. This is what I love about this Hellcat. It's not just a high performance badass car. It is a car that's like one of the most luxurious cars I've ever had. It's got every available option that my Infiniti had. It has a couple extra things like remote start that my Infiniti did not have. There are a couple other features I'll go over in a second. The only thing that it doesn't have is the adaptive cruise control. Now I know that Hellcats didn't have the adaptive cruise because of the ventilation, and it was blocking the ventilation coming in, so they had to keep the engine as cool as possible. But unfortunately, they just couldn't put it in the car. But fun fact, for 2019, the Challenger Hellcats, not the Red Eye, but the Challenger Hellcats, I did see now that it has the adaptive cruise as an option because they increased the airflow going into the car, raised the horsepower to 717 horsepower, and they got adaptive cruise control as well. The Charger still for 2019 does not have that. But that's the only option that I wish I had. But all right, another fun fact. I have yet to use cruise control in this car. You don't want to use cruise control with this car. You just want to just drive it. Oh, speaking about driving, do you want to go for a drive?
Finally, yeah.
Yeah, let's go for a drive. All right. I'm going to show you something real quick, Colin, I really don't like about this car. Since let me get the garage door to close. There, we gotta look at the time because we're going to be doing this filming for at least 2 days. And we only have until about 4:30 to get our content for today, and then we'll do some more editing, and then we'll do some more filming tomorrow, and we'll get this video out to you all. So without further ado, let's get started. So again, right now I want to try something. So let's go back to the modes here. Now if I go to sport mode, it has everything on sport. If I go to track mode, it has everything on track. And then you have custom mode. So I have custom mode set. It's the 707 sport transmission. Paddle shifters are on street and track on street. Now, here is the one thing I do not like about this car, Kel. Watch this. If I go back to power, right? If I want to go down to 500 mode, I go 500, and it automatically turns the transmission into street, right? You see that?
Why's that?
I don't know. But look at this. Go back to the screen here. This is the one thing I don't like about the car. Another thing, one of the 5 things I hate about this car. If you hit sport mode, it says track and sport trans levels are only available with 707 power. This transmission is awesome. I love the way it upshifts. I love the way it downshifts when you slow down. But you cannot use it in either eco mode. You can't use it. And you can't use it in 500 mode. That is one of the things I just don't understand about this car. Now, if I have traction, can I do sport with traction? I never tried that. So I can do sport with 500 mode. I can do suspension with sport. Oh, does it stay? No, it's staying. Track, can I do track? I can do track. I can do track with this too. So I can do track mode and sport mode with the traction and the suspension, but I can't with the transmission. I don't get that. Dodge, what are you thinking of? What are you doing here? Because I know for a fact that with the SRTs have the 485 horsepower engine. You can use sport mode with that, with the SRT engine. Why can't I use the sport transmission with 500 mode? Who knows? I do not know. So let me go back to my original settings that I don't want to mess up. So that's my custom mode. So we're going to start off in eco mode. So we're going to start off in eco mode, see how it goes. We'll see how much I dislike driving in eco mode because it's, like I said, it's got the eco transmission. The paddle shifters are off, so I can't use them. Paddle shifting, actually it says paddle shifting is disabled. Do it again. Paddle shifting disabled in eco mode. Traction set to street, suspension to street. I don't know. I don't even know if you can even change. Let's see if can I change it? I can change the suspension in eco mode. But I can't, the traction control I cannot put to sport in eco mode. So that's another fun fact. All right, so we'll start off in this mode and see how it goes. I hope you enjoyed me reviewing the car. And it's the first time I actually did a walk around with the car. We did it a couple of times. We did walk around when it was dirty. Did the second walk around, which I thought was a lot better when it was clean, and we got to see the interior, the exterior, and I hope you enjoy that because there's a lot of cool things about a Charger Hellcat. I love the Challenger Hellcat, don't get me wrong, but the Charger Hellcat is really a unique vehicle, and I really love it a lot. And you got to see a brief walk around and a brief review. We're going to have a more in-depth review coming up about the infotainment system. We only touched a little bit about it, but the infotainment system has so much content that that's a video in and of itself. So for now, we hope you enjoyed the quick review and walk around the 2018 Dodge Charger Hellcat. Thank you, Kelly, for filming.
No problem. My pleasure.
And for your opinions as well, because he loves the color of this car. Destroyer Gray, come on. It's epic. It's really cool. So without further ado, we'll let you go. But thanks again for watching. Don't forget, again, to subscribe, tap the bell notification, hit the like button, and also throw in some comments on how much you enjoyed the video. Without further ado, I wish you take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. Without further ado, I give you peace, 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 peace. Pew, 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 pew.